Hello there. As you can see, I'm at the Tommy Rally, the Unite the Kingdom Rally in London, and it's been a massive turnout. So here we are in London at the Tommy Robinson Rally, the Unite the Kingdom Rally, and as you can see from behind me, there is a huge crowd. Now this is getting later in the day, and I must say I've been around and I've met hundreds of people that I've talked to personally, and the message is always the same. They are cheerful, they're happy to be here. It's raining just a little bit, but they're still very, very happy to be here. And they are very peed off about the Tommy Robinson affair, and they're very peed off about how the country's going at the moment. And they are definitely peed off with one Sir Keir Starmer, the kneeler, the gear stealer, and all the rest of it. So all I can say is that this has been an absolutely fabulous day, and that if you weren't here, it's a pity. Please make sure you're at the next one, because the crowd behind me, this is Parliament Square, I'm at the furthest point away from where the crowd actually is. And the crowd stretches down Parliament Street right up to the screen there, and it's absolutely chockers. I was stuck in the middle and I had to walk. It took me, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to get from one end, the front, where it was really crammed, out to the back. Because what I wanted to do was show the size of the crowd. And I've got some shots here that shows you how large that crowd is. And it goes from different aspects, where you can see from this point at the back of Parliament Street, and then there's a shot where you can see outside Parliament Street, and then another one looking back into Parliament Street, then an earlier shot across from where you can see from across Parliament Square. Now, I've got to say that a lot of people are now beginning to leave. It's beginning to rain a bit harder, which is a pity really, but it has held off. The police, their presence was not required. They did hold us up at one stage for between, I don't know, an hour and a half. But even then, the crowd did not get boisterous or upset. It was made quite clear to them that they must stay calm, and the crowd stayed calm. They just stayed calm throughout the entire exercise. It was brilliant to see, brilliant to watch. So all I can say is well done to the organisers, and well done to the crowd for just doing what they were asked to do. Be happy, be passionate, keep it quiet, keep it peaceful, so that the police had nothing to do. They came in their droves, the police, they were well prepared, but now the only thing they've got left to do is to help people on their way back home and to the stations and all the rest of it. I expect we'll have to take a few detours to miss a few miscreants from the anti-brigade, which are always here, and they're the ones who wear the masks. We don't. No one here, apart from little old ladies who are ill, were wearing masks. Now, one big event that the police had to get to deal with was a gentleman fell over in Parliament Square or fainted. A lot of police were there and they helped. Very prompt, very quick, and they looked after him well. So all I can say is that that's what they were there for us. Unlike the pro-Palestine marchers, the last time I heard, there was loads of arrests there. As far as I know, there's been absolutely no trouble here. Now, what will happen later on, I should suspect, is that a few people will stay for a few drinks in various pubs close to here. And that might, as Saturday nights always do, end up with a few events. But I'm hoping that that's not the case. Now, all I can say is I can't wait for the next one. The next event will be even bigger than this one. I mean, I have no idea how many people were here, but it was well more than the last one. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was at least half again as big. And there are estimates that the last one was 150,000. So I really don't know. But find out from the organisers when I get to talk to them, because they're extremely busy at the moment. The last thing they want is some YouTuber phoning them up and asking them questions. Although the police will put out a broadcast probably saying there was about 3,000 people here, and the BBC in its normal manner will say, oh, did they have a gathering? Oh yes, there were 5 people here, in their normal manner of doing it. But what they couldn't do is point fingers at thugs, at far-right thugs, because there were none here. None. We've had a great and peaceful day. And long may it be so. Long may it be so. I get fed up with the way that people like us are vilified. The people that turn up, all these good people here, they turn up and they're vilified by people who just want to destroy the country and want to reconstitute it as some sort of, I don't know, Marxist nirvana. You know, their state, their communism, and their anti-Christian communism. We don't need that. We need our culture, we need our Christian heritage, we need Christianity back, we need the whole thing. We need to be the UK once again, the United Kingdom. And we don't need so many different other people coming from around the world to tell us how to live our lives. That is not right. So as far as I'm concerned, a good day all round. And I'm sure you'll hear the same story from many, many, many others. So I'm hoping that you enjoyed the live streams that I did when I was able to. It wasn't until afterwards I was told we did have serious technical issues with trying to get a signal, and then it kept bouncing around, and then we had a mic difficulty because I had to switch it off for 5 minutes, switch it back on, and it all seemed to work then. But there you go, that is life, and that is when you're out on the road and you're trying to do filming and all the rest of it, and nowadays you're trying to live stream it. And remember that all the people here, at least 10%, if not a lot more, are actually trying to live stream themselves for their families, for their YouTube channels, for whatever, you know, for their clubs. So the airwaves must have been absolutely ringing today, absolutely crowded. But we managed to get some of it through, I gather. Anyway, this has been a great day, and if you weren't here, please try and come here, as I said, next time. Please do try to come next time. And those who felt they should cry off because of Tommy Robinson not being here, and that they were frightened that something would happen, and they were warned about this, that and the other, nothing like that happened. What we've got to do now is come together, and what we've got to do now is make the next one of these events so huge that they can't ignore us anymore. We can't have this going on as it is. We're not the far right. So many people came up to me, shook my hand and said, I'm not far right, I'm just here because I support the country, and I am they're angry. They were absolutely irate at the way Tommy Robinson has been treated. They think it's awful. They don't think it's justice. They don't think it's British. And that should send a few shockwaves out through into the establishment. If the people here don't think that someone's being treated fairly in this country by the law, which is meant to be a legal system that is venerated throughout the world for its justice and equity, if it doesn't work for him, if he gets let into the country and not touched until 3 o'clock the day before this big rally, and then suddenly arrested and remanded, that's not justice or equity. That is the sign of an administration, a tyranny that is on its last legs.